Hello, beautiful heart. Thank you for being here. Thank you for holding your truth, holding the truth of your heart. Stay brave, trust yourself, and don't let others to tell you who you are or who you are not. Today, I want to share part two of my spiritual awakening, and I want to share with you those delighting experiences out of this world where the human mind, cannot grasp it. It's impossible to make sense to things. So, how my journey began, as I shared last time, experienced this unconditioned love, and then experiencing physically my Andromedan body, a body feeling as if have no bones, and that was the beginning of all what is for me to experience on this awakening process. As you know, as I shared last time, many things has happened. My life has been turned around totally. Um, and then that process actually, what has been happened for me is when I have been connected energetically through the Kundalini with another man that I never had close connection with. I knew him, but we never get involved in more intimate, just as a poor friend connection. But and that was also the peak of actually having the courage more to divorce, because my brain cannot grasp it, what the heck I want to do and why I want to do it. And it seems like from the soul level it's needed a little bit of kick, so to say, to really let go, to really let it go and move forward. And that has been happening when I connect sexually through the Kundalini with a man. And that was one time experience, and that's all. That's all. So for me, what I have been understood is we may have these experiences with specific people that are the way showers. That's not mean that we have to get engaged. Yes, you may feel that love, and yes, it may trigger so much pain inside you, but it's just the way shower. It's not to inflame, it's not soulmate, whatever, is just a way shower that have been needed to activate your Kundalini and to trigger the pain that's there deep within. So that's what's happening to me. What I was thinking, he's the one, he's the one, he's the one, till I go so far away with this in my head. But I want to share with you the activation of the Kundalini, that is our soul, is who we are. It's that divine spark that we are, and we call it Kundalini, life force, but is our soul experiencing bodily human experience. I'm grateful for that connection. Yes, was very painful. Yes, we was only connecting energetically, nothing else. Or we never was engaged in any color. That sexual connection actually have triggered me in such a way that it's forced me to take a decision, and I'm grateful for that, because in my most dark moments, when I don't want it to be here, like it was so much pain that I'm done, like I don't want to be here. Hey, that experience was keep me alive. That love that I have felt in my heart was like keep me alive. So like this, I moved, I pushed, and I hoped, and I hoped, and I hoped. Never hope, move on in life, and just experience what you want to live. But that was my journey, not knowing better, not knowing anything. What is this? It's just my first ever experience that I don't know how to look at it. I don't know who to share with. I felt like I was making love with somebody, but that somebody was not close by my side. I felt like we are so connected telepathically that I was mind blown and I get scared of myself. How this is possible, how this can be possible. So it was this kind of experience where I don't know how to take it. But after this, more doors start to open. And another experience that I had also out of this world that mind can comprehend was when my father have died and he was in hospital. When first time I hear what's going on with him, I had this inner feeling and knowing that that's it. He will die from this. He will leave this planet. Whatever he go through, this will be the end for him. So I kind of make peace with that knowing. But there was a point where I felt a urge to connect with his higher self. I was far away, 2,000 kilometers away from him, but I felt a need, a urgency to connect with his higher self. So with my dear friend Ada Andromeda, we have gone into a meditative state where we connect with his soul and we invite the guides and angels and those who are there to support and assist him in this process. In this process, I have seen and I have felt how my father is leaving this human world, this human body, this human life. I saw it in my inner eye and I felt it in my body, and all that I could do is to scream and cry really violent. And I knew that moment, I think, like, he's gone. Now he's gone. That's why I was felt the urge to connect with higher self. And through this experience, I realized that I was there with him. I was there by his side. Not only me, but also angels, Mother Mary, and his team, his guides. This experience have humbled me and also have given me this understanding that there is no difference between life and death. There is just a transcending, the form is changing, the dimension, we are experiencing another realm, another reality, but is no difference. It's just another experience. And this situation with my father actually have given me this feeling to not fear death and to be at peace, because death is not what we have been heard in the church, what we have been told by our parents. Is not hell down there. The hell is what we create with our minds. So with this experience, I understand that, and I learned more walking my this spiritual journey, that it's okay. I made peace with my death. If I will die tomorrow, I am fine. I mean, I'm fine. I make peace with it. I will go, I will transcend, I will change the form, I will feel liberated, but I'm not afraid of it. And that was a wonderful experience. I wanted to share it with my mom, but I realized by doing this, they don't believe me. They don't believe me because I was there by his side. I was talking to him. I forgive him for whatever there was, whatever he was playing out in this human experience. I forgive him for everything. And I felt at peace that he was not alone, that I was there in the spirit world with him. he was not alone. Wanting to share these experiences, I realized that there is no people with who can I share with, and there are just a hand of people that can grasp these kind of experiences, and I have to be careful who I'm sharing with. Today I'm okay with sharing it with you because maybe it will not make sense for you at this moment, but it will make sense next year, 5 years, 10 years from now. Later on, it will make sense for you. Because we are energy in the body. Our soul is a life force, is energy. You cannot see it. But when it's forming into this matter, is this of who I am, Juliana, and that of who you are, man or woman. We don't need to be close to each other to be connected with each other. We will also experience telepathy. Telepathic communication is already happening today. That's our soul. So, coming back. So, another experience that I had is when I was experiencing a lot of pain, of release. I don't know, sometimes I was having these moments of crying, don't know why I'm crying, but was a really desperate crying, almost like I'm dying. And it was not happening once. It's like layer and layer and layer and layer. One of these days, I don't know, I felt the presence of my father. And I started to cry because I felt his love. And at the same time, by his side, I saw our brother Yeshua, Jesus, whatever you call. He was there as well. And I bursted and cried much more. Ask him if he will give me his hand, because I want to grab him by his hand. And he did it. I felt it in my beingness. And that was experience for myself to know that the unseen world, it's real as the seen world. And what we see with our inner eye, it's as real as we see with our open eyes. That was the moment when I create a more understanding about who is Yeshua and realizing that he's my brother and between us is not a difference, that I'm him and he's me and we are both God's children, son of daughter, as you are. And that the society, whatever who have been creating all these BS realities for us to believe, has been twisted in such a way that we have to put somebody on pedestal. I have respect and I love my brother Yeshua from my heart. But I cannot have this concept of putting it on pedestal because there is no difference between me and him. He's a master, yeah. We are becoming master to graduate this reality in this lifetime, and we are equal as he is. That have made me to change the perspective of my connection with the masters. And I don't say this with disrespect. I say this to understand that whatever he said, and you remember, he said that, at least what is right in Bible still today, that what I can do, you can do it too, and much more. And here we are today, in this lifetime, to do exactly that he has been done, and much more. It's not about the human mind, body, it's about the spirit of what you carry within. That was the experience where I looked differently about my connection with him. And I was talking with him as if he's my brother, because he is. My brother, let's say a blood brother. But before that, when I first time I connect with him, I was I was after divorce, living by myself for 3 months in a rented house, and my spiritual father came to visit me in that time, and we was sitting on sofa, and I felt like I need a hug from a father figure. So he has been hugging me, and I put one hand on his heart. I'm being there and breathing and shaking and going through so much internally. I start to talk to somebody, and I was like, who are you? And the question was coming back, like, who do you think I am? And I think, Yeshua? Saying, yeah. And I was like, are you in his heart? And he say, no, I am in heart of everyone. And then he told me, welcome, child, in the big garden. Yeah, those are those experiences that I don't need validation. I don't need to see them with my open eyes. For me is enough to feel it in my body, to see it with my third eye, with my inner eye, and to trust what I am experiencing internally. So on this journey also, I start to trust more my physical body. That's me trusting my soul, because my soul, it is my physical body. And allowing sounds, moves, whatever there is where to express themselves. Once I was allowing them to express, I observed that I'm releasing a lot of stuck energies, of trauma, and I embody more of consciousness, and galactic consciousness. This experience, as I shared last time, is it may seem like an exorcism sometimes, because the screams of it, the shaking, the moves, is look a little bit really, really weird. People that hold on fears and people that cannot comprehend to the mind level will fall into the fear, when in reality that's the soul in a physical body and nobody told us. And I had that experience I had when I was in Portugal to a ceremony, mushroom ceremony. And I had another activation with my Kundalini, where for 2 hours I had no control over my body, and it started to move and make specific mudras, and really moving. I could feel physically kind of like how the snakes wants to come up on my spine. The next day I had another layer to it, where for 2 hours I was screaming and screaming and screaming and shaking my body, shaking my hands, my legs, my chest, whatever. I just shake everything in the way I felt that the body needs it. And at the same time experiencing how I felt like somebody else take over my body, when in reality was myself coming more home into my body. It's so weird to share or to comprehend these experiences, because they are out of the ordinary, and I want to share them to make you aware that this may happen. Those screams, I was not crying, I just was screaming because I felt how the energy was moving through my physical body, and all what I could do is to scream as if fire is moving through my body, and I cannot do anything than scream it, expressing that what's happening inside my body in whatever sounds there is possible to be. In the end of these 2 hours or so, I got received so many understanding about what was happening in the past, how people misunderstand the embodiment, and how people with their fears have actually torn these things around, and people was hospitalized because they don't know what it is. Nobody could know, don't knew, and all that they could do is to put him in a mental hospital. I receive a lot of understanding about what exorcism actually was all that about. And people could not get it. Yes, there are. When the spirit take over the body, but it's up to you where you are, that you allow that spirit to take over your body. That's why there is another subject for another time. After these 2 hours of screaming and embodiment and feeling how it's like somebody else is in my body, I open the eyes and looking around, and I start to laugh hysteric because I realize I am on Earth. I was laughing hysteric because I could not believe that I am on Earth. Are you imagine? Can you comprehend? I am on Earth. That's huge. Now I understand that my soul was so excited at that time. I could not, was so loving because like, wow, I am on Earth. Like, wow, now we start to have fun, man. So yes, I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds out of the ordinary. I know it sounds really cuckoo cuckoo, but that's my experience. Lately, I I embody more of my soul, my Kundalini, in connection with Mother Earth. Let's say I make love with Mother Earth. Let's say that. Where I fully and complete regain the connection with her. As I say it also, I feel that I'm her and she's me, and there is no separation between us. There is just one. One. Having this connection with Mother Earth has enriched me with this knowingness of who I am, why I'm here, what is all this about, what is this experience on Earth. Plus, in many of this experience of Kundalini, receiving or feeling that I embody the galactic consciousness, I knew that I'm here for something bigger. I share my experience so with trust that something may mirror in your own experience, and to know that all is good. You are not crazy. Trust your experience. Talk with those that are open, not to those that cannot understand it. I am here on earth for a bigger purpose, in connection with Mother Earth. I'm here for her. I'm here for myself. I'm here for all of us, for humanity, for this transcending process, for this experience and consciousness. I am a human, but I am aware of my galactic expression of my galactic self, and I find myself in moments when I can see myself from above, looking down what I'm doing on earth. We are multidimensional. We are not just one. We are reflection all that we are. We are like that diamond that's shining in all the direction. That's who we are. You cannot tell me I'm specific and this is my persona. No, you cannot put your finger to know exactly who I am. Today I'm one, tomorrow I be something else. Is everything about the energy that I'm receiving, that what I am expressing. Being multidimension is to allow the flow of life, to let it flow, to move through you, to listen that what is right for you, to speak up with respect, with love and kindness, but also to know to show anger when is necessary. Anger is not a feeling that we have to hide. It is actually is a sign for us where our boundaries are being overstepped and where we are not being respected. If you have to show your anger, so do it. There is nothing wrong. You are here to experience the polarity, your human aspect and your soul aspect. If you think you come here just to enlighten and to be the soul and that's it, you have been misunderstood the experience on earth. That's why I'm always said, embrace your light, embrace your dark, because that is who you are. But stay in balance. Know to stay in that middle point and to observe what is going on. With all this experience that I was going through, I comprehend that all that is existing on this earth and all that we are is oneness and love, divine expression in human form. When I received the truth of how I have been coming on this earth, all that I could do, I say, I forgive, I loved him. I forgive him, I loved him. Because my mother was being raped, and that's how I come on this planet Earth. I have been chosen to the soul level to come in this way. It's my choice. I have been chosen. That was the insights that I have received from my inner experience. I cannot have confirmation from the outside because there is so much fear to be spoken out. And that experience, to feel how my existence has been bringing shame, and to feel how my existence is not accepted. I could not do anything than just love them and forgive them. I don't need to know the truth. I already know the truth. I already choose to come on this way on this planet Earth because I have to come into the most painful way on this world. I have to live the first 20 years in the most painful, dark place and experiences because the light grow and it's been seen in the dark. And what can make you strong if it's not those painful experiences? What can make you strong if it's not when you can see through and just forgive and love them because you understand they don't knew better. They wasn't with their own fears. And yes, it was a lot of projection of me from a small child. I felt that I'm not part of the family. I was bullied in the school and I felt I have no mom who speak up for me. So I tried to make justice for myself and I was going in a lot of problems, so to say. But all that I understand about my life experience is don't give up on yourself. Don't you give up on yourself. Life may be hard, but you have to remember you have been choose that. And if you choose that, that means you are strong enough to move through that. Don't victimize yourself because by doing that, you say to the God, force, universe, you are worthless and you are a loser and there is nothing you can do. And then, and in such a way, you get stuck. And yes, you experience the most suffering. Does it not matter what you was going through? Because your spirit is stronger than your physical human mind. Why I'm sharing this experience with you? To tell you that the impossible is possible. And that what you thought is crazy, actually, it may be a truth in it that you cannot comprehend to the human mind. Because we as a humans want to understand everything, but it's impossible. Because I got this experience where I was one of my experience where my body was shaking and I hear this clearly, do you know who you are? And I was like, what? Do you know who you are? And after this, I see this like a pictures, like a image, like a video, but so fast was moving through my inner vision that all that I could grasp was that the human mind cannot, will not comprehend the divine being that you are. Don't let your mind to tell you. Trust your spirit, trust your heart, and mind will follow. Don't give the power to your mind. I also had not only mushroom ceremonies, psychedelic ceremony. I had psychedelic experience. I was going by myself to experience something else, and those actually was helping me somehow to open up to something. This is not the experience for everybody. There are also beings that are quite very sensitive to the energy and they have no clue. You have to listen to your inner voice and ask yourself what you need, what you want, and what is the right things for you. But for me, The psychedelic experiences actually was helped me to awaken. And as a last experience I want to share with you is when I have been experienced physical death. Yeah, being in my bed, my body starts to shake and I let it shake. What can I do? Can I stay against it? No. So with my mind, I just was observing. Let it shake to a point that was shaking my whole body from the toes to the head. And all that I could felt was this point between the bones and the muscles where they are connected to this kind of joint. That's all that I could feel. And it was painful. But this pain was transforming more like in a pleasure. And then I find myself in a place where I realize I was in my mind. I was felt myself like was Alice in Underland, like was a huge, extremely huge place, different kind of experience you can choose to, but more you was going into those experiences, more in the rabbit hole you can end up into, and actually is becoming quite scary. And what I told to myself, like, I need to get out of from here now. And I realized that was the matrix, the mind, the matrix. So I'm sharing all this for you, with you, because you may get them, this experience, you may understand them, or you may not understand them. But I want to tell you that what I was going through, what feels like crazy, what's been looking like a crazy manifestation, exorcism, whatever, when in reality was to shed off, to cracking open those layers that I was putting on myself, to crack, to release those stuck energy, those trauma, to take off these clothes that I was putting on myself, hiding myself, all this mask, all this personality. So to allow the soul to embody so I can walk in this life naked. And when I say naked, to the soul level, with vulnerability, with that of who I am. Today, people don't put price on vulnerability because they think this is weakness. And I tell you, this is your strength that you can have. To be an open heart is so misunderstood on this planet Earth. But I want you to know that holding the heart open and go through those experiences, you will be rewarded in the end. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Say what you think. Say what you feel. You feel rejected. They are rejecting you. Say, let them rejecting you. It's not for you to be there. If you hold a mask of fears, whatever, and you don't allow your soul to experience itself, to lead the life that comes here to lead, you will only hit defenses. It's a process. I'm enlightened? No. I'm still so much to walk. I'm in a place to let go of so many other layers. This is a life of releasing an embodiment because we are here in this physical body to assist our ancestor and to release those painful experiences through our own physical body. This is years and years and thousands of years of experience because behind us, there are millions of souls that are trusting in us being here on earth. They are our ancestors. And you are here to represent them, to feel the pain, to let go and to choose love and kindness, and to allow yourself to live this life from an open heart. I share this so you may grasp that in this life things may not make sense to the human mind, but you have to look inwards and listen to your inner voice. If that feels right and comfortable with you, that's the truth you have to know. The mind have not the knowledge, have not the perception of understanding those experiences, because you are spirit, you are not human. Today I see myself, I look like a human, but I am not a human, because what is here inside me is a spirit, is a soul, is a galactic being that learned to navigate into the human experience on earth. So beautiful heart, this spiritual awakening, it's one of a lifetime experience actually. And don't rush this process. Go with what it is. Go and ask for help. Pay attention who you are surrounded with. Choose yourself and yourself, because you cannot be in service if you're not save yourself. So, this is my experience. And those are powerful experiences, because choosing your heart, choosing your soul, doing all that it takes to choose your spiritual path, it's opening up to you a higher dimension communication. I don't say about channeling, it's also one of those, but you are experienced in this human form where the divine creators of this project design, human design, speaks to you. Don't underestimate the power of your soul and of your heart. There where we are going into this reality. So is your choice whatever you want to choose. I move forward with resilience, devotion, love, care, and whatever is take, but to choose myself, to choose yourself. Beautiful hearts, I let this message here. My experience, without judging it, just looking at it from another perspective. I am you, you are me, we are one. We are here for the same, but our experience may diverse from one to other. Maybe my experience is more rough, is more tough, because from not knowing who I am, nada, nothing. In the last 5 years, it's like I was take the ticket, the speed train into this journey of awakening. And to go so fast through this is not that I was choosing mentally, it's from the soul level. It's necessary to go through so much pain physically, emotionally, and mentally. So I may be ready for the time to come that it's now. You are here for a bigger reason. You are not here to get lost in this human experience, to have a job to be paid, to have a family to take care, and to walk your everyday life in a loop and to be okay with that. Some are just for that. But who I'm speaking this to, you'll feel it in your heart. You are here for a bigger reason. So all that I ask in you, take actions and trust yourself. You are here to embody the spirit, divine source that you are, to assist Mother Earth, and to help humanity in this process of awakening and in this transition where it will be seen so much pain. So, beautiful heart, with love and understanding, I trust that whatever here was for you, you will take into the most kindly way with yourself. Take care of yourself. Love you.